what was it like before Lean? Just chaos, was it?
Absolute chaos. Probably all started with bad design. Since we started the Lean, we kind of just stop and fix, and it's just been a game changer.
And you actually stopped, because you told me earlier that you stopped production for like 2 months to redesign some of the products. That must have been
The first thing I did was I said, right, we'll stop production for 2 months. We're going to redesign all this stuff.
You absolutely stopped the factory.
Stopped everything. And it was a massive risk, a huge risk. But looking back now, it was the best thing we ever did.
Okay, so we really want to emphasise this point. This is the product that you were talking about, Kevin, earlier, where you stopped the entire factory for 2 months to redesign this product.
This product used to take 2 guys 4 weeks to fully assemble, but now we have it down to 1 day.
One day?
Yeah.
2 days, 4 weeks, down to a day, all because they stopped and they fixed the process of what they're doing. How this relates to construction school is, I did some training on it the other day on how you build a community on Skool. And what I realised was I've been fucking some things up, like royally fucking it up, okay? But we're going to stop and we're going to fix it right now, because what we currently got, what we're going to have a look at here is while we're sitting down in this bottom quadrant right down in here, and how we're going to get up to this quadrant up the top. And you are an important part of this puzzle of helping me and the rest of the construction industry get to the point where we're stopping and fixing things and not just trying to rush ahead at 100 miles an hour and keep doing the same stupid things over and over. As our old mate Albert Einstein allegedly said, stupidity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So let's get into it. Well, testing a few new things out at the moment, learning some new things on Ecamm Life. Righto, talked about these. What's this quadrant? What's this quadrant look like down here? So what we've got at the moment is a ghost town. It's dead. Hardly any commenting, interaction, anything going on. That's my fault. There's some things that I've done that have created that. I'm going to show you what they are in a minute. All right, so we know what we've got. We're a ghost town and we're dead. The other thing that's keeping us down in this corner here is we have a bunch of random people. Again, my fault. Where we want to go. So we want to get out of this corner, quadrant, stuck down here. I want to be up here. What does this look like up the top? Up the top, we have a team. We also have a community. Okay, let's just tick these off so I know that I've spoken to them. And down this end, so I want to move from a bunch of random people. Rub my arrow out. My CD won't let that stay like that. I need to mark that in. Bunch of random people, up to a team and a community. A ghost town that's dead down this end. We want to move up to this end up here and have an engaged community, which is more like a party, for want of a better term. Who wants to have to come here and learn if you are doing the learning after work if it's not fun? No point. Why would we come here in the first place? All right, what has, there was 2 key points. I want you to burn this image into your head, okay? What I said to my missus the other day is, I said, you know those old boys, you go down the beach or down the shops or whatever. No, when I say old boys, I'm 53. So I'm talking 60, 70-year-old. And I got their pants hitched up, so nearly under their armpits. T-shirts tucked in, and the pants are nearly up under their armpits, okay? I said to my missus the other day, if I ever do that you have permission to slap me. Unfortunately, that's the exact thing that I've been doing here in school. There's two things that I've been doing, two critical mistakes that I learned on the school run training on how to build better school communities. When that camera starts moving, I have to pick this up and hit this back so it goes back to fixed positions because it's hand activated, and because, as you know, I wave my hands around quite a bit, so every now and again I trigger the little AI, little bot that lives inside me camera there, and he takes off. All right, two things. They showed us this video called I'm a Thought Leader. What I'll do is I'll find the link. I need to give myself a little task here. Righto. Find the link, and I'll add it below this video, which in Skool. So I'll find the link and I'll add that inside Skool, that I'm a Thought Leader video. Quite hilarious, actually. And the other thing that I've been doing is what they called value posts. And the one that they spoke to on this was people on LinkedIn running around doing it, and there was this picture of this bloke, and I proposed to my girlfriend on the weekend, and here's 6 things that I learned about sales. And it's just like, people are over it. It's just ad nauseam and it's vomit. So what I've been doing in here is lecturing at you. And you've been going, Benny, we get lectured at enough. We don't need to see your bullshit thought leader videos anymore. We don't want to see your value posts. And I don't want you to let me become one of those old boys with their pants pulled up just under their ears. So what are we going to do differently to swap all this around? Just been reading this book called Accelerating Excellence. So put that up there so you can make sure you can see it. Written by a guy called James King. I'm hoping, I've just done an interview with their business. I might actually start working for him very soon. Little tip here, get me the head of the pack of winning the job. I read devoured his book. He talks to something about it's called Accelerating Excellence. So he knows he spent 5 years studying at Edinburgh University on high performance habits, on what high performing teams like Navy SEALs, and he's been in one of the elite military teams in the UK. Okay, look him up on Instagram or go and look him up on LinkedIn as well. He does something called 3D training, which is to get away from this lecturing at people is one-dimensional training. We do that at school. Teacher stands up at the board and lectures at you, and you just try and do what they say. 3D training is about pushing you out of your comfort zone, giving you stuff to do and getting you doing it so that you're learning, you're doing, and you're teaching. See one, do one, teach one. Very much the same sort of principle. So we're going to be doing that. There's another great video which I will put below here, and it's by a guy called Derek Sivers, and it's called How You Start a Movement. And the way that you start a movement is the first follower is the most important person in a movement. It's about a dancing guy on a hill, and this whole crowd end up joining into him at a concert. I'd have that person in here, and I haven't shouted him out enough, but that person is Hayden Robert. If you go around, have a look around the different posts and stuff like that, you'll see he's got the most points. He's the one that's leveled up the most. Hayden, he's the first follower. Hayden actually worked with me on a construction site last time. I'm going to ask him, can we do an interview together, because he was the scheduler on the site when he worked with me. And he lived and bred this stuff with me. And you'll find a post where he actually talks about it, tells his story. He lived and bred this stuff with me for a number of months, probably 6, 7, 8, 9 months. And the next job that he stepped up to, went into project controls over in Abu Dhabi. And all of a sudden I had him looking after $5 billion worth of work. Because he nailed this. He got it. He really nailed this stuff. Out of all the people that I've worked with and taught, there's 2 that have really nailed it. One's a guy called Steve Challenger, who is my wingman wherever I go, and the other one's Hayden. Hayden absolutely fucking nailed this stuff. Learned it very, very, very well. All right, so what that story tells us is leadership is overglorified. Thought leader bit, all the rest of it. We're over it. All we need is teamship. Another great book by a guy called Keith Ferrazzi. Not going to go into that today. So Let's tick these off, and we go. We're going to start with 3D training. I need your input on all this stuff as well. So ask questions, make suggestions. How do we do this? This would look better, Beanie. You're still preaching too much. Cut it out. Show us how to do this. Tell us about these things. This is the stuff. These are the problems that we're hitting, and this is what we need help with. Another lean principle, we're going to use pull versus push. This is why I'm asking you questions. I'm trying to drag you into it, pull you into it, and get you to put a bit of yourself into part of that training. They actually spoke about a vase, okay? And the reason people have trouble throwing vases out, they rarely ever throw a vase out, is because they put stuff into it. They put a piece of themselves into it, a bunch of flowers. I need you to put a piece of yourself into this community as well. Add some photos, add a video. Video will be fantastic. That's why I'm trying to get Hayden to do a live stream with me, live training. We'll run through exactly what he did, how he went about it. So, pull versus push. And just try, or not try, I'm going to get a few different days going. These are ideas. So tell me which ones you want to know and which ones you want to see put in place first. Manic Monday is one of them. I'll play a little video for you on the outro to that. That's a program that I'm actually doing where I'm going to run with people and show them how to get their meetings in place, how to get their team heading in the right direction. The number one skill that you master first is running teams. And it's based on a program called Run the Room. We're going to look at how you set the Mondays up so that the rest of the week just flows. This one is vitally important. Again, I'll tell you a little story about what was on site. Wingman Wednesday. I still do train with my son on a Saturday, so I always turn up and do that. When I was out on site, I just finished on site about a month ago. I was training with a guy out there, another schedule, called Will. And because both of us were going to the gym together in the morning, made that commitment, we would both get there. When I wasn't, since I've been home and I'm not training Will, I think I've been a couple of times in the whole time that I've been home to the gym by myself. Still been doing my training with my son on the weekend, but the other times where I'm relying on myself to get myself there to do the work that I need to do, it hasn't happened. I believe this one, if you really want to be a catalyst and change things within the construction industry, I spoke before that I've got a wingman that I take on site with me. You need a wingman. We need to find you one. You either invite one, which you bring into the program, into construction school with you, or reach out and see if I can help you find someone. Next thing is create a lean leaders group. This will be 5 to 6 people maximum. They're going to work with more one-on-one. So as the group grows, these people will get looked to more and more as the people that are leading this in this space. They're the ones that they'll go to ask, how do I do this? How do I get some help? That's another one. Co-creation, vote. So before I do it, I said we're going to stop and we're going to fix it. I'll post things for people to vote on before we get to the point where we go, push the button on that, start doing that one. So it's all going to be about what you guys want first. I need to be more consistent. I need to be in here daily with another post, not a lecture or a value post, another question, another how you going, what issues are you facing this week. Another one that they recommended is a challenge. So I'm thinking 2 seconds of lean and the 3 pillars of success. The 3 pillars of success is plan your day before you start. You create your top 3 priorities and then you report your progress. If you try to go into that and do that every day straight up, you will fail more than likely, unless you have already built that habit. All I want to do to start with is get everyone to talk a short video about a 2-second improvement that they saw someone else did, whatever it may be, just to build the habit of, if you want to create leverage, the best way to do this and the quickest way to change culture on a site is to be able to use video, so that people, you don't have to, it's not just the time you've got at work to be able to speak to people about this. They can watch the stuff. That's why I post on Instagram, I post on TikTok, I post on YouTube, I post on LinkedIn and I post on X. And so because that's where the people are spending their time, the majority of their time, when they're not at work or when they are at work as well. So I want to hit them where they are with the message. And instead of being value posts and thought leader posts, hey, this is fun, this is a party, this is to get you engaged, this is to help you grow. All right, let's do a quick recap on what we've just spoken to there. We know down in this corner at the minute, we're at a ghost town and it's dead inside construction school. We've got a bunch of random people in here, not really people that know each other. Want to move up into this quadrant up here, which is a team and a community that's engaged, and it's party time. Biggest mistakes that's kept us down here is me lecturing people, thought leader videos, value posts, and pulling me up, pants up under me arms like an old boy. We're going to look at 3D training. First follow Hayden, we're going to see if I can get him on do a video with us. We use pull versus push, Manic Monday, Wingman Wednesday, create that lean leaders group. Co-creation, get you all to vote, everything we do in here. Get you consistent, or get me consistent first, and then hopefully get you consistent as well, turning up daily and create some sort of a challenge. These were some notes that I had in there. We got to set the vibe, so the icon, the cover image, and the about page does that. I have to do some little bit more work in that. Invite 3 friends, I've already done that. Show up and let things emerge. I've got to start showing up more and getting you guys engaged. Welcome posts, I'm going to change that a little bit. I want people to post a photo of their workspace. I've got a good one there, which is back from the days where I was working with Hayden, and I'll get that up. So what I want to need to know is what makes you feel like you're in the right place when you land on the about page or when you come into construction school. All right, if you like that, then you'll love this. As I said before, just let me switch across to let the camera track me. Got a program done running there called Run the Room. If you go and have a look where it says it's courses, it'll be sitting in there. You can't just buy into it, but it's got all the details there, the pricing, all the rest of it. If that's something that's of interest to you, reach out, DM me the words Run the Room. We'll jump on a quick 15-minute chat, see if it's a good fit for you or whether it's not. Take it, use it, please share your ideas and start putting your input in to how we grow this community. I'll speak soon. Hey, Beanie here, and if your Monday mornings constantly feel like chaos, everyone's running around a lot but not a lot's actually getting done, then this video is for you. I'm going to run you through a 90-day plan that's just behind me here that I've used 3 times in the last 18 months to turn around reactive firefighting teams into well-oiled machines. You'll see exactly how we move from hand-cranked reactive operations to teams that operate with clarity and cadence, which deliver compounding results. I'm going to show you how to use concordance, a structured weekly rhythm, and a few seriously underrated fundamentals. Watch the plan, and if it resonates and you think I might be the Ryan that you need, then reach out. If this video resonated with you and you want help putting it in place, DM me the word Ryan either by LinkedIn, Facebook or WhatsApp. There'll be links below where you can do that, and I'll send you the details on the exact way that I do this inside businesses and how we can custom build it for yours.